Yo boys, it's Dan. Welcome back to the Premier League predictions. We have game week number 7 for you today. There were some interesting games last week. There were some big scores last week. Find out who had who had ups, who had downs. Find out next. Yes, boy, welcome back to the Premier League prediction video. Yes, we had some humongous shocks. We had some humongous losses for some teams. And without any further ado, let's get into our first game, which is Aston Villa versus Brighton. Now, Aston Villa, they're in the form of their absolute lives at the moment. Ollie Watkins is firing again. He scored another goal. He scored against Chelsea to heap even more pressure on Mauricio Pochettino. I mean, Ollie Watkins is a very good player at the moment. He's on form. And Brighton, I mean, I could see this game being very close. And Brighton are as well. Brighton did beat Bournemouth convincingly. So what I'm gonna say it will be Aston Villa 2, Brighton 2, and this week's guest is Mr. GW7. He's back, and what is he saying in this game?
So hello Dan, thanks a lot again for another opportunity on your show. Dan, it's always a privilege to be on your show. So GW7 here in the house. So yes, let's go straight forward for the match. Match prediction whereby we have the Aston Villa versus Brighton on Saturday, 30th September. So for me, Aston Villa, Brighton, I think, to be honest, I think Brighton gonna make the difference and will win this game probably 2-1 for Brighton. As for
I move to Bournemouth versus Arsenal now. Arsenal played in the North London derby against Tottenham Hotspur and drew in a fascinating 2-2 draw against Arsenal. So against Spurs, and Bournemouth got beaten by Brighton. I consider losing again here at the Vitality Stadium by 3-0. And Mr. GW7, are you agreeing with me here, brother, or not, mate?
As Bournemouth and Arsenal are concerned, for me it will be a victory of Arsenal, an easy victory of Arsenal following their current form. They are very good this season. So Arsenal will be winning against Bournemouth probably 2-0.
Now we move to Everton versus Luton Town. Luton Town are off the bottom of the Premier League. They got their first points. They got their first point against Wolverhampton Wanderers at home. Congratulations, Everton. Congratulations, Luton. You were off the bottom. You had your first points in the Prem. Can they get another 2, or can they get even more points against an Everton team who are not looking the best? Let's say. Everton against Luton. I'm gonna believe that Luton could do it here by 1-0, and it'll be Morris again. I don't know his first. I think it's Calvin Morris or Clinton Morris. He will score. And GW7, what are you saying in this game?
Everton versus Luton Town. That will be interesting match. But following the current form of the Everton, I think the Toffee is gonna make a victory against Luton, and I believe it can go for 1-0 Everton. So for me, Everton will be winning it. And
Now we go from Liverpool to Manchester, from Manchester United versus Crystal Palace. Right, as literal time of filming this yesterday on the Tuesday, United beat Palace in the Carabao Cup to secure their place in that round of the competition. That was by 3-0. Debuts for Sheffield and Amrabat, who played honestly. I'll find his stats from the game and put it on the screen, because his stats yesterday was literally superb. He was everywhere. What a player Sheffield and Amrabat can be for Manchester United. He's a great player. Erik ten Hag, what a recruitment this is now. Palace, I don't see Palace getting much out of the game. I'm going to go for the same scoreline by 3-0 against Crystal Palace. Empty on Salah. What's your impression? What your impressions of the team, Amrabat, and the game? Go.
As far as Manchester United, our team is concerned, then not the top form this season. As you can see, we came back against the cup competition. So today, especially today, I'm doing this live with you today. So I hope Manchester United can make a difference, and I think he will. Erik ten Hag gonna make a difference. They are gonna make a win against Crystal Palace, probably 2-0 or 3-0. We gotta keep a clean sheet as well, which is important. Because this team of Manchester United need to show the real desire, the real commitment. I think Erik ten Hag is doing it well. So I'm going for a win for Manchester United 2-0, especially with Amrabat just making his debut. So this is I'm gonna predict 2-0 Man United against Crystal Palace.
Now we move to Newcastle versus Burnley. Now Newcastle wiped the floor with Sheffield United. They won that game by 8-0. You heard that correctly. Yes, 8. 8 different goal scorers. 8 different figures in the first half and a rant in the second half. They went absolutely mental. And are they going to do the same to Burnley? I don't think they're not. I think they might do the same to Burnley at home. Burnley, same sort of calibre as Sheffield United. But I'm going to go 4-0 to Newcastle in this fixture. And dear on Salah, what are you saying in this game?
And here come the Magpies. Newcastle, I think Newcastle will be winning against Burnley. Probably 3-0 because they're on top quality, they're on top form. Burnley is a very good side as well, but I think Newcastle are going to make the job. And
now we move to West Ham versus Sheffield United. Sheffield United find themselves bottom of the Premier League on goal difference. It's Sheffield United, Burnley, Luton Town in that order. Of course, it's the 3 newly promoted teams that were in that bottom bit. So yeah, to be fair, I do believe that. I do think Sheffield United will head straight back down again. And West Ham, West Ham are looking good. So I'm going to go 2-1 to West Ham United. And obviously, can we mention the name Jarrod Bowen? He is playing some amazing. He's scoring again. He's now got. I think he's now 5 goals from 6 games. I think he's absolutely crazy. He's got against Liverpool as well. What now? He's on fire. Yeah, 2-1 West Ham. Bowen to score. Probably again. He will score again. And Dion Salah, what are you saying in this game?
For me, West Ham, Sheffield United, I think that West Ham will make a draw against Sheffield United because of the way it's happening right now. For me, West Ham draw Sheffield United. As far as Wolves.
Now we move to Wolves versus Man City. Are some people saying the league is over? Is it Man City's title already? Probably it is. I mean, to be fair, I think it is, and because they won all their games so far, they're probably gonna beat Wolves again, probably. And I'm gonna say Wolves 0, Man City 4, 4-0 Man City. I mean, you can't look much past City at all here. You can't really look much past City. You really cannot, because they're Man City. They're going to win anyway. 4-0 Man City and Dion Salah. What are you saying in this game?
And Manchester City are concerned. For me, view the current form of City is right top form, very good with team. So for me, it will be an easy win away from Wolves. So City will be winning probably 3-0, 3-0 for me.
Now we move to probably one of the games of the weekend. It is Tottenham Hotspur versus Liverpool. Yes, Spurs drew 2-2 in the North London against Arsenal. 2 goals from Heung-min Son. Sealed Spurs' luck. Helped Spurs to recover from they were behind to Liverpool. Had West Ham. They were a goal behind to David Bowen. Of course, it was David Bowen, obviously. But Nunez scored all sorts. Nunez is on fire. Nunez is on fire for Liverpool at the moment right now. So I'm gonna say it will be another draw. Of another 2-2. It'll be 2-2 to Liverpool Spurs and Dion Salah. What are you saying in this game?
And with the match, which is tough one, Liverpool versus Tottenham Hotspurs, that will be a very important match for both of these. I think we try to each get some point, some secure 1 point. Or so many of them probably will try to win it, but I think it will go for a draw this match, Liverpool versus Tottenham Hotspur.
That is all the games on Saturday done. Now we go to the only game on the Sunday, which is Nottingham Forest versus Brentford. Now, Brentford versus Nottingham Forest. Brentford, they're not themselves. Brentford are not themselves. They did lose to Everton by 3-1 at Brentford. They're not themselves. Since they've lost Coney, they're not themselves, Brentford. They're not themselves at all. I mean, they're not themselves at all, but Forest are looking good. Forest are looking very strong at the moment, so I'm going to go. It'll be a Nottingham Forest win by 2-0. Or it could even be 1. It could even be more. You don't know with Brentford at the moment. And the deal on Salah for the penalty in a minute. What are you saying in this game?
Playing this Sunday, 1st October, so Nottingham Forest versus Brentford, I think it will go for a draw, 1-1.
Now we move to the last game on Monday night, which leaves us with a London derby, Fulham versus Chelsea. Yes, Fulham against Chelsea. Chelsea are on Mauricio Pochettino is under so much pressure with Chelsea at the moment. He has not started off well in his Premier League, in his Chelsea tender. I mean, knowing the way Todd Bowley's been organising this team, I was like, well, in charge of the whole club, I don't think Pochettino's going to last that much longer. I mean, he needs a big result against Fulham. I'm going to go 2-0 to Chelsea in this game. And for the last time, Mr. Dion Salah, what are you saying in this game?
And on Monday, Chelsea versus Fulham, a very good derby, For me, it will be a match whereby it will go for a draw. I think it will be a draw. Chelsea, Fulham, a draw of 0-0 for me. So that's it then. It's been always a pleasure to be on your show. Thanks a lot. Please remember to like, share and subscribe also on the channel of Dan United People. It's been a pleasure. I've been Dion Salah, and also a shout out probably just to that I have started again to do some of the live stream on my channel Dion Salah, and do not hesitate to subscribe and like, share, and subscribe as well. Until then, I'm gonna watch the Manchester United versus the Carabao Cup, which will be very nice to see. I'm looking forward to see Amrabat plays today. So cheers, people. Take care, Dan. Again, thanks a lot, Dan. Stay safe, my man. I'm there on the Salah, and I'm out of here.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. That will bring game week 7 to an end. Now, I said another thing that wasn't technically last week. It's not actually this week because I filmed because I didn't know about that. So yeah. So Champions League will be Monday. Europa will be Tuesday. So I will see you lot on Monday for Europa League video. Until then, boys, have a lovely week. What will happen in the Premier League? Will Man City increase their gap? Will we get a clearer indication in the relegation battle? Find out next week. Until then, boys, peace out.